Hello. Hi guys. How are you? I'm happy to be back. How is everybody? Lone Wolf, good to see you. First one to show up. Nim, how you doing? Oh man, I'm so glad to be back, you guys. It has been a while. Yeah, it's been over a week. It's been like 7 days since my last stream, I think with Dan. Oh. Man, what a week. So, I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to just chill out. We're going to draw for a bit, maybe about an hour, hour and a half. While my wife, she's doing her like exercises and then she's making us some like chicken for dinner. I'm really excited, but that's going to be a little while. So we got some time together. Just you and me. Oh, by the way, how's the sound, guys? Because I have this thing that usually goes on the microphone that prevents it from getting that pop, that pop sound that I recognize that I tend to hit very hard when I talk, which is why one of the reasons I got a new microphone. So let me know if the sound is extra, because this is kind of a muffler, so when it's off the sound is even more clear, but it might make me more of like blowing out the mic more. But this is like a really fancy mic that I spend money on, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So let me know how the sound quality is, and if you want me to put this guy back on, and I'll do it, and you can watch me do it. It'll be extremely entertaining. And I'm not frozen. Brand new internet also, and my heat is back on. We lost heat yesterday, which was happening like all over this neck of the woods in New York State. Yeah, I'm not a popsicle. No, not yet. Perhaps one day if I join the Polar Bear Club. Yeah, there was a problem with apparently there was a valve in our underground heating system which got clogged because of how much snow we had, and that just like prevented heat from reaching us through the pipes or something. So someone had to come and clear that out. Madari says, by the way, guys, the reason why I haven't been on the Discord server for a while is my art tablet broke last month and took a little while to get a replacement. That sucks. What kind of tablet did you get? What kind did you get? Oh, and so what we're doing today, guys, is I have some great news for those of you who are not on the Discord. Most of you are, though. Black Marrow 2 is finished. Right now, the letterer is working on the first like 15, 20 pages. I'm going to get at the next few pages, but I noticed that there was a page missing, that there was a page 17 that I was planning to insert in the middle to balance, to correct the pacing of the book. So this is technically the final page, as I'm adding in this this page that I'm working on right now. And then I'm going to finish this page, and it's great because I'm going to finish this page live on stream because it's almost done. I got one more panel after I color this one. And then you guys are going to be with me when I finish the final page of Black Marrow Book 2. And we can celebrate together because it will have been 71 pages of art. 71 pages of art. Done. And so that's not going to take so long. So if I get that done in a reasonable amount of time, I thought afterwards we could do a sketch of something that has nothing to do with monsters. Maybe something from one of my other projects I'll sketch out while you guys are hanging out with me, and we'll talk about other stuff, comics, movies, your feelings, your endocrine health. We'll talk about the last time you had really good flapjacks. Anything you want. I'm happy to just hear from you guys. And I'm sorry I've been away for so long, but I was thinking of you the whole time. Do you guys like this music? This is from Nemo's Dreamscapes, which is a wonderful channel that I often use during my streams. I hope he doesn't mind. I hope it's okay that I... You should go check out his channel. It's wonderful. It's a... how would I describe Nemo's Dreamscapes? It's just beautiful audio-visual landscapes with classic oldies and, great music. Yeah, classic oldies and usually soothing sounds. And they're always like He has some cool superhero themed ones where it's like 1930s Superman on top of a building with like the distant sounds of 1930s radio over this like metropolis. And what's cool is he actually, so I learned a lot about this guy from Nemo's Dreamscapes. You should check out his channel. I actually thought that these images that he was using were maybe AI or something. They're not. He paints them himself. He often does his own illustrations for the channel, and in some cases he sings the songs that you hear on these. Like he'll re-sing old oldies. He's a singer. He has albums and everything. The dude is a stud. And he's been facing some problems lately because he has this wonderful channel that everybody loves where he makes the art, he coordinates the oldies, he puts all the music together. And then the problem he faces is that the AI bullshit has taken a lot of his listeners because they basically, AI just creates, they use AI to create images and music that basically imitates what he's doing and with no work. And so people who just want to listen to nice oldies will just go there instead of listening to a human being. Which is really unfortunate. So as a result, like AI has taken a bite out of his income as a full-time YouTuber. So I'm going to send everybody I can over to his channel, and when you get there, let him know Ryan sent you. Just in the chat, just say Ryan sent me, and he'll be like, what are you talking about? I don't know that person. And it's not going to mean anything to him, but it'll just make you feel cool to show up and say that somebody sent you. I think one of the tragic things we face in the modern world is that you never get to say somebody sent you. You just Google things and then find the address. Thanks, Nim. Yeah, this is like a page that's just like, this is actually from early in the book. This is when the train is just passing through the like forbidden forest and stuff, and Black Marrow's sleeping on the train while he's kind of talking in his sleep to Cobb. Hey, that's great. You finished 3 pages and blocked out a few more to sketch. You're getting into a nice rhythm. Gross Girl, did you mean to say soothing sounds? Because you wrote seething sounds, which I just love it. Or are you saying that that's what I said? Yes, AI is a massive problem on this site. History Dose, which is also one of my favorite YouTube channels, those guys are facing the same problem right now. Where they make really beautiful human-made content. They do the illustrations, they coordinate the music, they get all the stuff together, they do perfect editing, and they do a ton of research on history. And then what happens? Some AI BS comes in, and literally they just make these stock history videos using, like, trained off of History Dose and other channels like them. And because it's AI, the history that they're talking about in those videos is often completely incorrect. So it's also total misinformation. It's like the epitome of what we call AI slop. It's not just ugly, it's dishonest. And it really, for me, you see Templar Ryan's coming in hot today. For me, it really validates what people have said about what art is supposed to be. Like, it's, you know, I know nobody likes to hear what art is supposed to be, but the idea that art is, what is it? It's like, or rather moral, you know, moral art. It's like good, true, and beautiful, I believe. And it's like, it's not good, it's not true, and it's not beautiful. This is like none of those things. Well, wouldn't you know it? It's literally like doing bad stuff. It's a net negative, and it's ugly, and it's false. So I hate it. You know, in the beginning I was more like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, it's not gonna affect our jobs too much, I think, because people will always love artists, and they'll always want to support us because artists bring art to the world. I mean, like, how can you argue with that? And then I was like, I see what they're doing. They're not attacking artists directly, they're just making the landscape so ugly that it makes it hard to just be a person. Ooh, maybe it's worth. Yeah, so that's his process video. That's really cool. Thanks for posting that, Gigi. God, you're the best. She says maybe it's worth inviting him on the chat. I would love to have him on the chat, but I unfortunately think he's too big for me. I think he has like a highly successful channel where like thousands of people over the course of a week, thousands of people will watch his streams, and his streams are like 11 hours or something, or 24 hours sometimes, which means he's making pretty good money, just people just listening to his stuff on a loop, which is great. And he's just like a really popular. I don't think he would bother with my little corner of the internet. I'm a part of a very particular genre of YouTube, which is man draws in underwear. And I don't know if like the fact that I got Steven Zapata on here even once is like still amazing to me. But I'll reach out to him if you guys want. Okay, if this video gets 12 likes, that's about as much as I'll put. If it gets 12 likes, I'll try to get him on there. I'll try to get Nemo's Dreamscapes. You know, you got me thinking, guys. Maybe I should, yeah, I'll try to reach out to him. I mean, like I said, like it's probably, he's not gonna, you know. But I'm getting excited at the idea of it. Guys, should I try color burn for like a lens flare effect? Let's see. I have a feeling this is not going to be, it's not going to look good, but let's see. I don't usually do this because I'm not very confident with color burn. Where's this airbrushing? Why am I not seeing airbrush? I officially have too many, I have too many brushes. Yeah. Let's try color dodge. Maybe that's better. That actually doesn't look so bad. Do it, do it, do it. When you say do it, do you mean like, is it like excited human do it, or is it like Emperor Palpatine like do it? Your art tablet broke when you were at a party? What were you doing at the party? Were you doing like, I don't even know things about parties. Was it, what is it called when you do, when you're like, oh, a keg stand? Were you doing keg stands with your tablet? See, I remember what parties were like back before I drew for a living. And a party now is taking a NyQuil and playing Batman Arkham City. That's a party for me now. Now that I'm happily married and I live in a cold place. I agree. The world needs more art from Gigi. I'm a Maya Grossman fan. I'm a Gigi fan. Like, I'm a fanboy. Like, I legitimately look forward to seeing her art in the Discord. And like the stuff that Gigi posted of her sketches of Black Mirror got me so excited. I was like, oh man, this is like, it's pretty cool to see like another professional do, and like her style is so different than mine that it was like really refreshing, you know, because I've seen some great Black Mirror fan art from some people I know recently, which I'm going to be putting in book 2. In the back, I'm going to be showing some of the fan art. But the one I saw that was really good, it was also still like closer to my style. So it was very like realistic and kind of like, you know, macho, and it was great and I loved it. It actually made me want to have him do like a... Every time someone posts awesome art, I'm like, oh, I want to hire you for a story. And I'm like, but I want to pay them well. And then it's like, okay, it's going to take a while before I can do that. I do want to do a low number like that because most of my videos average at like 9 or 10 likes. So I have a small little corner of the internet. And honestly, the channel was growing a little faster before, but in recent months, I haven't been doing as much streaming because there's been so much work I have to do that I can't stream because of NDA stuff. So, but here's hoping with the normalization of my schedule, I can, I can do more streaming because the channel was growing at a pretty nice clip before. All right, so we got these first 3 panels done. The train going through there. We got this great shot of the 2 of them. We got the spooky cloud men over the train. This is like right when they're entering the territory, so it's kind of like a rewind of everything that we thought we were done with. And I think I'm going to do a view of the conductor inside the train, looking out of the porthole to see the creatures. And that'll lead us into the next page that I already have drawn. We got 2 so far. 2 likes. That's it. There's like a half dozen of you. No, I'm messing with you. It's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Man, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you got a new tablet. Okay, let me get started on this panel. Oh, man. Yesterday was pretty stressful for us. When the heat shut off, and they shut off in the middle of the afternoon, and over the course of the day, we just watched the temperature go down, where it was like turning into like 7 degrees outside, and we didn't have heat. We're borrowing space heaters, we're doing all this stuff, and we had to, like, when we slept, my wife was like, dude, she's like, it is just too damn cold. And but I was like, you just wait. When we get under those covers, my farts are gonna just seal up that heat. It's like, finally, my ability to Dutch oven saved us. It saved our lives. Every talent matters. What happened about the heat? Oh, I don't want to bore you guys, but I was talking about earlier. There was a valve that was clogged in our heating system because we had a terrible, huge snowfall. Not terrible, like way worse have happened, but we had a few feet of snow, and it's been so dang cold that the unmelting, freezing snow just clogged some valve in our heating system, and it like couldn't get to the pipes. So we were very, very happy that was it, and that it was something simple like that, because it could have very well have been like the heating system just dying, which obviously would be a much bigger problem. Wait, I have to check this other page for continuity. How much of a stud do I make this guy based on how I drew him in the other pages? Let me see. Okay, about a median stud. The Dutch oven strategy did come through. If only the Donner Party had you on their team. Okay. All right, we're going to go down a rabbit hole. You mentioned the Donner Party. Have you ever heard of the people of the Dyatlov Pass? Yeah. He gets progressively more, like, studly as it goes on. He starts off as, like, SpongeBob, but he ends as handsome Squidward. Oh, Madar, you've never read Gotham by Gaslight? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool vision for the story, for the character. I think Mignola draws that. Yeah, it's a Mignola book. It's like maybe pre-Hellboy, I forget. It's a really cool looking comic. Oh yeah. So has anyone here the Dyatlov Pass? Oh, you have? Okay, Gigi has heard of it. Yeah, what a fascinating, terrifying story that is. I have a memory of it, but Gigi, how good is your memory of Dyatlov Pass? Could you regale us a little bit? Because from what I remember, it was like early 1900s, and a bunch of people, like a mixture of men and women, who were on a camp, like a hiking trip in Europe somewhere, just went missing. Or no, they didn't go missing. They all died really mysteriously of like an illness that nobody understands. And there was like maybe one survivor, and everybody else just like spontaneously got sick and like was coughing up blood in the middle of this mountain pass. And was that the one I'm thinking of, or am I combining it with something else? Please help me. Oh yeah, the movie Gotham by Gaslight, I believe, is very different than the comic. The animated movie is like Lovecraft stuff. It's very different. But they use the Batman, the steampunk Batman, I believe. Why is that happening? Oh my goodness, Gigi really went for it. Okay. She says 1959. Okay, not 100 years ago, like 70 years ago. A group of hikers, most were very experienced, go hiking up in the pass, the Altlauf Pass. There was an unexpected storm that supposedly had some odd behavior and they all died. But the forensic evidence for how they died was very confusing. I hope everybody's paying attention. You in the back, pay attention. Some had taken off their own clothes, a real sign of hypothermia. Some had strange injuries. Others may have killed each other. Ooh. It was also very strange that the government, USSR, I think, got involved super quick and tried to keep info from coming out. What? The Soviet Union tried to keep... That doesn't make any sense. They're known for their honesty and transparency. Come on. Tried to keep stuff from coming out. There was some sign of radiation, too, I think. Yeah, that was what I'd heard. I'm trying to recall this without looking it up, which is pretty impressive that you did this well. For the sake of the challenge, but it's worth the research. There is a lot that can be chalked up to the elements affecting them, but really they can't cover all of what happened to them. Even the post-mortem couldn't agree on the causes being entirely natural. Nothing added up in any direction, which was crazy. Ryan, I think it'd be fun if we did a book report of weird things we learned about, like take turns giving the story of it. I love this kind of thing. Do you want to do that? Do you want to research the Altlauf Pass and then come on to the big draw? Or we'll call it like Gigi's book report or something? That's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. Hey, what's up, Artie? Welcome. You're witnessing the final page of Black Marrow being drawn. I had to do one last page to correct the continuity of the book. Yeah, there's so many theories about the Dyatlov Pass thing. Like if they went insane, if there was I don't think there was any drugs found in their system. From what I remember, there's people that say that there was extraterrestrials involved because this is the 50s. This is right when the UFO thing was really starting. You know who has a great video on the Dyatlov Pass incident is anyone ever hear of the YouTube channel Bedtime Stories? I'm just recommending YouTube channels left and right. Yeah, they do a really good episode about it. I mean, all their videos are great, but Bedtime Stories has an amazing one on Dyatlov Pass where they really get deep into the mystery, and it's really good. And it's creepy. It's one of those phenomena. And this is not the only time that's happened historically. Like, that's happened a few times. A lot of you are in Dan's Discord, so you saw that he like had a weird reaction to this antibiotic he was taking, and he like fell and hit his head. I just got in touch with him. He's fine now. But for those of you who are, who are in his Discord, just FYI that we talked on the phone. We texted a little bit, so he's okay. Yeah, so some antibiotic he was taking, I guess, for some winter illness he was dealing with, and for some reason he was like allergic to it. That's crazy. That's pretty scary that can happen. You can just have an allergic reaction to an antibiotic. I mean, I guess, of course, people can. It's just, I've been very lucky, and I've never really had like allergies to specific medications that I was aware of. It's funny. This panel's looking a little bit like it's looking like a Charles Burns drawing. That, the comic art of Charles Burns. It's very like chunky black shapes and just kind of super old school style illustration. It's been really nice to do traditional stuff recently. That Wolverine piece I finished today that I posted in the Discord and on Instagram, I really like the way it came out. I want to do more pieces like that with like, pen and ink and a little bit of ink wash, just kind of like to give it a little bit of tone. Yeah, I think I really want to do pages like that for a comic. I don't know which one is going to be yet that I... Yeah, sorry, I just saw what you said there, Gigi. Yeah. No problem. I'm just happy to contact him. I love talking to Dan, so even if it's about the welt on his head. I think he said the swelling's going down from where he hit his head. Yeah. I was less worried about the allergic reaction that he had, and more worried about the fall. Because when people fall and hit their heads, man, that's crazy. Years ago, my wife fainted before we were married. She got lightheaded. She was doing that Jewish holiday where you fast for 24 hours. And then she had a big meal with food and water to celebrate the end of that. And that caused her to get lightheaded. And then she went and did some exercise because she was feeling happy because she ate. She was moving around doing stuff, and it just caused all the blood flow to go down and up and down and up. And I remember this is maybe 7 years ago, and she's talking to me and she goes, "I feel really lightheaded." And as she says that, I'm like, just sit down. I'll get you some water. And as I'm saying that, as I say sit down, I hear a thump, like a loud crack. And I turn around and her head was bouncing off the floor because she fell like a tree. It was like that. And that scared the shit out of me. To watch your girlfriend just faint. She felt like, I always tell her, she felt like George Foreman when he gets knocked out by Muhammad Ali and he just goes down like a tree. Yeah, so I called, everybody. I called 911, and I remember they sent the firemen first in lieu of a paramedic. So like 6 firemen show up to my house in like full gear. I was like, I don't need any of you here. What are you doing here? Get the fuck out. It drove me crazy because I was like, this is such a waste of resources. Why is there 2 fire trucks outside, like 8 firemen? This is not what I need for when my girlfriend faints. Like, it's so stupid. And then the paramedic, shows up like, I guess a bit later, and their big advice was to take her to the hospital. I was like, this is like, the system is not very efficient. But this is when we were in the city too. I'm sure it'd be very different now out here. But in Brooklyn, they send the firemen in first. But it was funny because my wife woke up like, after passing out, and she woke up and there was just like me in my underwear and like 6 firemen all looking down at her. And she was like, what is happening? Yeah. You know what's funny, when Madara's in the chat, like, you can hear his Scottish accent in the way that he talks, in the way that he types. Like, I hate being lightheaded. It really takes the piss out of me. It's like I can hear the Scotsman in him. Oh no, it's fine. You don't have to worry. Thank you, Johnny. If anything, it's fine because it's one of our fun stories that we tell. And she's not allowed to do that anymore. She's not allowed to do any more fasting like that. She can do a food fast, but she has to drink water on her 24-hour food fast if she does that. Because fasting, is actually kind of good for you to do. It's not kind of. It can be very healthy to do a fast sometimes. It's good for your metabolism to just go through a period of time where you just don't eat for a bit. I don't like to do it, but I've done it. Maybe I should do one again soon, but she did it without water because that's what the holiday was supposed. It's like the religious holiday. I forgot which Jewish holiday it is. I was so mad at her. I was like, you're never allowed to do that again. I will physically force you to drink water. I was like, I'm fucking bigger than you. I'm pouring water down your face. Oh, I got one of these today. I got a proportional scale. Do you guys know what this is for? It's for when you're measuring, like if I want to do, so like American comics are 6 by 9.5 about, right? Around about. So if I want to find out what's the correct format for that in any drawing size that I'm using, I use this scale and I turn it and it tells me exactly the right proportions. So if I want to use a big pad that's even bigger than most comic art pages, I just use a scale and it'll tell me the right measurements. Yeah, for checking girth sizes. Yes, but I can't show you how that's used live on air, or we'll never get demonetized. or never get monetized rather. All right, let's throw some color on this and be done. Oh yeah, it's also yes, comics of course. That's what I definitely was first and foremost thinking about. Comic sizes, definitely not for girth checking. Exactly. Oh, do you? Well, there's definitely a lag in the video. There's just built in. So sometimes when that happens, Nim, I just reload the page on a stream if it's like really behind. Or if you go to the streaming, the little bar at the bottom, you'll see sometimes that the video's a little bit behind and you just kind of drag the little cursor forward. But maybe you did that already, sorry. And if you did, I'm sorry. Sorry. So when I was working on this in front of you guys, I actually tried to conceal enough of it that you guys didn't have the book spoiled for you, you know? So there's a lot of pages you guys haven't seen, I'm happy to tell you. Or rather, a lot of pages where you've only seen some of the production, but not all, because I still wanted, even though you guys, are the ones who are with me for the whole thing, so it's like you're kind of like very much a part of the process in a lot of ways. I still wanted you to have the enjoyment of seeing some of the stuff for the first time and just getting to enjoy it as like a piece of entertainment, I don't want to, I worried about that. I worried about like, having the whole thing spoiled for you. It's kind of like when The Phantom Menace came out, and like for the months leading up to the movie coming out, they just kept there were so many things showing the whole movie, like the coloring books and the the comics and the toys, and by the time the movie came out, you already knew that Qui-Gon died at the end. You already knew everything about the whole plot of the movie was just in front of you. At least that was my experience. Like when I saw it in theaters, I knew all the beats of the movie. I knew everything that was going to happen. Your internet's really laggy tonight. Oh, that's a shame. Is anybody else having problems? I feel like my internet on my end, it's like buttery smooth, so it might be something local to you. Oh, it's just the weather being bad? Madar, if you're having trouble sleeping, do you have night mode activated on your computer? I highly recommend this as somebody who spends a lot of time looking at screens. If you have a Mac or a PC, anything, let me know. I'll help you do it. There's a way you can set it up so that the light on the computer, like I have it set up right now on my iPad, so the light is actually much warmer so that it doesn't fuck with my sleep. If you're sleeping badly, that could be the reason, especially if you're on your tablet all the time. It'll really mess with you. It's not a friendly eye. No, it's a phantom looking in. A phantom. Sorry. Sorry if I got quiet. I'm about to wrap up this page, and I'm so excited to be done with the art entirely. And this is the last bit that I gotta do, I think, is just filling in this gap in the narrative. And now it's going to be a much better flow. I realize the page that this needed to be, the pages that this needed to fit between really needed this. They needed something like this, to some exposition, you know, to make it make sense a little bit. That might be my wife texting me that dinner's ready. Let me see. Nope. Alright, so I'm trying to get his skin tone at just the right level, because he's like a ginger with like bright skin, but he's also in a dark room, so... And it's like a dark room, so it's going to be darker, but the room is also lit by a furnace, so it's going to be really warm and like kind of like a hot brightness. I think that's a good middle ground there. Maybe. Actually, it made more sense when it was darker. Let me see, maybe I should... You'd use a darker orange? Yeah. Oh yeah, the rim light's coming. You know the rim light's coming. Everybody knows it's a Ryan drawing. There's going to be a rim light, an inexplicable rim light that nobody's going to be able to explain or justify, but also you're not allowed to question. Oh, what are you working on, Lone Wolf? Character splash pages. Be sure to share it with us when you're done. I want to see what you're working on. Oh, thanks, Nim. Well, so like, it's like really gold and yellowish inside, because this is inside the train looking out, but then outside is going to be this, so it's going to be really cool colors. So this eye, I'm gonna see if I can make it more pale, so it looks like it could be one of these guys. I think I might even do a color hold on the ink, so that he looks like less substantial and more like a fog creature looking into the train. And I purposely drew him in a way where he... It's okay, just go. Thanks, honey. All right, I got you guys for 10 minutes. You got me for 10 minutes, and then there's chicken. Chicken for Ryan. I'm very excited. I made sure I wanted the conductor to not look so shocked because he deals with this every night because, damn it, he works for the Rudolent Express. They're no strangers to this mayhem. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'll ink it. Ooh, that rim light looks good. Oh, that's a good rim light. Can you even stand this rim light? I can barely stand it. And I'm going to put some of it just there on the metal. Oh, and I'll put some of it reflecting in the eye of the creature. So he's like looking in. He's catching some of that light maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's too much, but... Oh no, I like that quite a bit. I like it quite a bit. Okay, what are some other things I want to do? Yes, I want to add some kind of nuggets and bolts. Kind of like just you can see the rough building of the train. Okay. Very happy with this. Let's see if we can maybe do some of that. Oh, good night, Gigi. Thanks for joining us. Was that going to be your suggestion? I wanted to hear what it was going to be. Oh, no, sorry. Madara's going to bed. Good. Sorry, I misread. Yeah, Gigi, make a suggestion. What do you think? Oh, the suggestion was for... Got it. Oh my goodness, I'm about to finish this. And then this book is drawn. Maybe I'll keep the panel borders black. What do you guys think? Black panel borders like this, or this one with the wine red? This or this? I'll stick with the black for now, but you guys can let me know what you think. Alright, I want to do a longer stream, but it turns out dinner's ready, and I can't wait to eat. I've been working so much and dealing with all this lack of heat. Made me very hungry. Listen, this is it. I finished it. You guys were here for it. This is the final page of Black Marrow art, and it's done. And you guys were here. You were here, and you were with me for much of this book. And I can't wait to show you guys what I have coming, the amount of comic stuff I got coming, and I can't wait to hear what you think of it. And I love you guys for your support, and I love you for who you are. God bless every one of you. You're beautiful people. I hope you guys, yes, confetti, for sure, absolutely. Hope you get some good meals and some good rest tonight. This is, this is technically now, this is 71 pages of art. Man. It's been like 16 months of this while doing freelance stuff, so. All right, but I love you guys. Have a good night, and I'll try to get back on a regular streaming schedule now that things are settling down. But I say that all the time, and then, you know, I get kidnapped by traffickers or abducted by aliens, or my wife mutates and I have to get her to a doctor, you know. Constant chaos here. But all right, good night, guys. Let's hope things are a little quieter now.